Welcome back to FS25 here on Riverbend Springs. So I'm just about finished wrapping up all the bales. Definitely getting quite a bit more bales off of this than the last time, which, if you remember, we only cut it after 2 cycles, after 2 months. This is after 3 months. And yeah, I'm excited because it's definitely going to get us a lot more per cut than we got the first round, which will hopefully get us moving pretty quickly. Also, between episodes, I noticed the cows were out of water, so I went and refilled that. And I also noticed the meadow grass grew back. So, good thing is I don't have to give them grass for now. To feed them, because the meadow grass is back. So it's probably just, makes sense. It only grows over the time of the year that grass grows. Over the winter it doesn't grow much, so. And maybe you also have to kind of supplement their feed a little bit so they give the meadow grass time to grow back. Because if they're just constantly eating it, then obviously it's not going to have time to grow. So, all right, let's go pick up our bales. And this time I won't leave them on the trailer, or actually put them in the storage that I bought. Pretty sure, I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure they should still ferment while they're in there. Oh, and just to show you how much more, 192,000 liters of grass that I got from this field. So it's very exciting. And from a grass standpoint, it's about double the price. So maybe we'll get about double for this. And, making roughly about 20,000 per cut of grass, which I think we can get 3 in a year. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. Hopefully that means it won't take too long to be able to afford the next field. Which, now I'm curious how much that is. 157. What's on that right now? Oats. I mean, we could use oats, but it'd be more expensive to harvest it, at least the harvester and all that, than it would to just change it to grass. I don't think we're gonna have enough for that this year, though, despite the extra money. I am very happy that I found that new mower on the used lot. I think that saved quite a bit of money, because I kind of run us down to essentially zero, and that definitely saved it a little bit. So having a little money in the bank is a good thing. Unload. So this happened before. The unload assistant won't turn off or turn on. Hold on, let's see. Transporting. Yeah, I usually... Hmm. See if I can do it with the mouse. Oh. There we go. Let's see, we're unloading. There we go. Yeah, that's weird. It's being a little finicky with me. Yeah, and that's just because I don't have enough space. There we go. So, yep, square barrel 24. 6,000 liters each of grass. And I cannot look at these while they're in there. But what we can do is we can storage dialog. Yeah, we can double check this to see. What's it over there? Cool. Yeah, so maybe I'll leave one out for now, just so we can check on the fermentation, and then when that one's done, I can check this to make sure that they are turning to silage, which I'm sure they will, but just want to double check. It's no point in having them sitting there if they're not gonna, you know, actually turn into the thing that we want. Okay. Well, with that, I think we are... Oh, no, we don't want to fast forward. We want to fertilize. So I did check. I think if you cut it at 2 months, so the first time you can technically harvest it, you retain your fertilizer. Which one? This one. But I guess at 3 months you lose one of them. So I need to go over and put some fertilizer down. I'm probably gonna need to buy more. Let's go ahead and use this. Just to make sure we get everywhere. But now that I have a little bit of money, I can go pick up some more fertilizer if I run out. Time-wise, I know using the GPS takes a little bit more time, but it makes me feel better that I know that all of it is getting fertilized. I could check this too, but could put lime, a little bit of lime down over there. But that one spot that didn't get it. But honestly, I don't think I'm really going to worry about it. Not for now, at least. Nice. Putting one right down the middle. Oh, yeah, it is hitting. I thought there was going to be a strip, but nope, it's hitting everything. Small fields are... This middle field is really small compared to the others. It almost takes more time to do the GPS thing, but like I said, I just want to make sure it's all fully encompassed without wasting too much fertilizer. Because I know there's still some waste. There's overlap in some of the corners and stuff, and I still missed a spot down in that corner. I get that. Look at the those cows, like they like hop around. It's really funny. Oh, and there's a deer right there. Missed the corner, probably. Yeah. Yeah, I'm being a little more lazy about it, and I keep missing spots. Here. Hit that corner real quick. Go hit these two corners. The lime, I don't think is going to be that much of a yield in that little spot, but with the fertilizer, you know, I might as well try to hit everything. I think the fertilizer makes much bigger of a difference anyways. Let's see how grown up our cows are. They are, oh geez, not even halfway. Wonder if that's the same speed or if they're growing up slower because I'm not feeding them better food. I don't know if that's a thing or not. I don't think it was a thing in FS22. Could be a thing in this. They could have changed it. think I have one diagonal strip there, and I'll be finished. Then we can fast forward. It was very tempting in between episodes when I was finishing up these fields. It was very tempting to get contracts. Like I couldn't not look at them, but I ended up not doing them. I was like very close to getting a bale wrapping. Like, oh, I could just use my own equipment, but then I only have one tractor, so it would have taken away from our fields to do that. So yeah, like I said, I'm trying to stay away from that. But yeah, pleasantly surprised we didn't use much fertilizer at all, so that was good news. So the next thing I'm gonna do is cut. So I might as well get this hooked up. Turn it off, ready to go. So yeah, I know it's only 8:50 in the morning, but let's go to sleep. Go the next day. Like I said, I could drag it out and, you know, do contracts and get more money and all that, but I'm trying to stay away from them for at least a little bit. Especially since a lot of the contracts, except for a few of the really large fields. Oh, I probably should have paid some loan off. But, yeah, a lot of the contracts, except for like some of these fields, maybe some of these, don't really pay that much money. I mean, like, that's a larger field. That one would be worth it, but, you know, a lot of these smaller fields, they really don't pay that much. The deadwoods are pretty easy. But, all right. So I don't think I'm going to go check the field just because, but I think we can skip another month. Yep, so it's growing. Still looks good. Cows are just about done with their grass, but it's okay because they have meadow. They're good on, well, they're not perfect on water. Maybe I'll fill up some more water. I don't know if I knew this when I bought it, but this only holds water, or have to get another one. Probably trade this in, get a larger one, or when we start getting milk. That would cause this to take less trips as well. Probably also want to think about getting cows moved over to their other enclosure soon. Just so they'll, when they do hit puberty, I don't think they're halfway yet, but when they do hit that, they can be ready to start producing milk. Because I'm not sure when they start. They might even start before they're fully mature. Which doesn't make sense to me in my mind, but yeah, I don't know all the details with what month they start everything. They might start once they're mature, but obviously not, you know, I think in real life they don't produce until they have babies, which makes sense. But I think it's a little different in the game. I think it's just once they're mature they start producing milk. Alright, so water is full. That there. Go skip ahead to the next month. Rinse and repeat for a little while. Nice little paper hat. Days are just flying by. Morning, Grandpa. Oh, I should be checking. Could we use that? No. Yeah. It's a nice skid steer, though. Alright, I don't think I'm going to be as methodical with the, you know, the lines and everything for this, just because it's just the mowing part. I'll do it for the, like when I windrow, because I want to make sure those lines are looking nice. Or maybe I won't, I don't know. Maybe we'll just freehand this one. Well, that's odd. Oh, you know what? There must have been... Let me get a aerial view. Yeah, there's some portions that are not fully grown. I think there must have been some weather. I heard some rain overnight. But we must have had some like hail or something that damaged some parts of the fields. In a weird way, I think that's really cool. I know it means less yield, but that's cool. Yeah, you can see I'm not cutting in those sections. I'm just gonna drive right across. I know there's tornadoes that can happen, and they can really destroy your crops. Maybe that's what we got overnight. Is there a weather? Oh, the weather's down there. Yeah, it just shows like rain. Of course, it would have been in the past, of course, so it doesn't show us the past forecast. Yep, they got some damage in their field over there, too. It's not, I don't think it'd be a tornado, because a tornado would, like, be like a strip as it came through the field, as opposed to this, which is like little spots. So it's probably like hail damage. Must have been like a heavy storm that produced some hail or something. Not gonna change our profits too much, I don't think. Also drive a little bit outside the field and get a little extra grass. I just have to make sure to windrow that onto the field so my baler can pick it up. Let's check on the cows before I forget. Oh yeah, they need another bale. They eat through the meadow grass really fast. I think as they get older, they eat more. So, and how's their health? Oh, their health is going down. So apparently the health is correspondent to the what kind of food they're eating. So it goes down if they're eating the meadow grass. It's unfortunate. All right. I'm going to drive down this way, and then I'm going to go take care of the cows since we're just about at the end of the episode. I can do some cutting in between. But before I go, I'm going to take care of the cows. So this will be a good chance to see how my silage is doing. Forgot to check it the last few months. All right, let's see where we are. You are still fermenting. All right, well, what I'm going to do is actually I want to take out 2. So there's 1 more. Pick them up. And then I want to pull another one out to watch the fermenting. Just like I did before. Well, since this was in there, yep, it's fermenting. So I think that means it's working, but I'm still going to double check. Of course, my water thing is in the way. All right, so unload. Perfect. And that means they should have plenty of grass. Of course, once it fills up, it should fill all the way up. Because I think two is enough to completely fill. Yeah, so even though the meadowgrass is in there, they eat it pretty quickly. I have to remember that. Yep, they're full. Perfect. Yeah, and because I really don't want their health going down. Especially once they're producing milk. Because their health being down means they're not producing as much. And from spending or using some of my silage, which is some of my profits, to feed them, I want to make sure they're at least producing the milk that I'm feeding them to produce. Makes sense, right? All right, so I think between episodes, I'm gonna get this grass cut up, and go through the whole gambit of, things to do with the grass. And next episode, we should finish that off, and probably be fast forwarding on to the next time we cut, and probably also selling some silage off, because I think that silage will be ready probably next month sometime. So get that sold off and start making some more money. So thanks for watching, and I hope you join me again next time. Have a good one.